What's going on, guys? Welcome to this video on EIGRP. This is the IT Unicorn. And before we jump in, guys, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, drop me a comment, and feel free to share this video. All right, this is going to be a quick video on how you can get EIGRP up and running, and probably less than a minute if you're quick with, the commands. So let me just break down what we're looking at here. I've put together a simple topology in GNS3. And what I like to do, guys, I like to create these shapes, so to speak, or boundaries. And these help me anyway to visualize the network segments that we're talking about in this particular topology. So we've got a couple ovals here. These will represent our WAN links. As you see, I'm using a /30 on both of those. This is just good practice. You could burn a whole /24 here, but if you're just using them for a point-to-point connection over a WAN link, really all you need is a /30, because that'll give you 4 addresses. So you're going to have 0 as the network address in this case, and then you can use 1 and 2, and then 3 would be the broadcast address. So then here, same scenario, 4 would be the network address. You can use 5 and 6, and then 7 would be the broadcast address. So that's why I use /30s there. It's just the most efficient way to distribute your IP addressing over the network. And these are /24 networks. These would be like end user networks, so to speak, or maybe server, whatever you want to do with them. But this is, again, a lab demonstration. So just to recap, we've got a couple /30s emulating WAN links there, and then we've got a couple user subnets over here. So what we'll do is we'll set up EIGRP, and that will allow routing all the way from end to end. So this PC1 on the 192.168.1 subnet will eventually be able to ping PC2 and vice versa. PC2 is over on the 192.168.2.0/24 subnet. All right, guys, so let's fire up our devices and we will get our interfaces configured, and then we'll talk through the really simple EIGRP configuration. EIGRP is a Cisco proprietary, so if you have all Cisco devices throughout your topology or your network, I recommend EIGRP. OSPF is great too, but in my opinion, this is a much simpler, cleaner way to set up dynamic routing. Let's see here. Let's fire up our consoles. Where's our little shortcut button? There we go. We hit that. It'll open console to all 5 of our devices. And the routers will take a minute to fire up. Yeah, I'm fine, buddy. Thank you. All right, so PC1, if you haven't configured VPCs, these are virtual PCs baked into GNS3. Check out my video. I'll link that. It's very simple, but this is by far, in my opinion, the easiest, most straightforward way to emulate a PC. If you need more functionality, I have a video on embedding VMware VMs into your topology, which is also cool. But if you're just doing a network topology or network lab, this is all you need, right? So you can demonstrate trace routes or pings or whatever you're looking for. Okay, so it's simple configuration on these. You just say IP, and then you give it an IP. And then you give it a subnet and CIDR notation. So this is /24, and then you define the gateway. That'll check for duplicate IP addresses, and then it's good to go. All right, so PC1 has been configured. Jump over to PC2, give it an IP, and I'm just following along in the topology here, right, guys? So as you see, I've color-coded each subnet. This is the .2 or 192.168.2.0/24 subnet, and then this guy has the .2 within that subnet. So therefore, his address is 192.168.2.2. This is a /24 as indicated in the topology. And then we're going to give it his default gateway, which is this guy, the .1, right? Because his default gateway is going to be his connected router. 168.2.1. It'll check for duplicates, and that'll be configured. Okay, those are the PCs. Now let's jump into our router configurations. So we're looking at router 1, and we can literally just follow the topology here, guys. So we see router 1 is going to have one interface in this subnet, the 192.168.1.0, and one interface in the 10.1.2.0 subnet. Let's just start left to right. We can jump into configuration mode and go into interface E1/1. and give it an IP address of 192.168.1.1. It's going to be a 255.255.255.0 because it's /24. All right, let's give it a no shut. Okay, that interface is done. Now we'll jump into ETH1/0, which is this interface here. Again, I'm just reading right from the screen, guys. And then we will go into the interface and give it an IP address of 10.1.2.1. And that's going to be a /30, so that's 255.255.255.252. If you need a subnet calculator, no shame in that, right? All right, no shit on that interface. We're going to configure the IP addresses of the interfaces first, and then we'll come back and do the EIGRP. So that was router 1. Let's take a look at router 2. Router 2's here, so he has an interface in this subnet and over here. Let's jump right in. Configuration mode, we'll go into interface, ETH1/0. Again, just going left to right here, guys. That's this interface. He's in this subnet and he's got .2. Okay, so let's go IP address 10.1.2.2, and that's going to be 255.255.255.252. No shut. Now we'll do the other interface 1.1, and that'll be 10.1.2.5. Same subnet mask and a no shut. All right, router 2 is configured as far as the interface IP addresses. Let's jump over to router 3. Config mode, and we're just gonna get read from the screen, all right, left to right. So let's go interface, ETH1/0, IP address, 10.1.2.6, 255.255.255.252 for the /30. Give him a no shutty, because he's my buddy. All right, now we're gonna go over to ETH1/1. So interface ETH1/1, IP address. This guy is in the 192.168.2.1, excuse me. 255.255.255.0. No shutty. All right, so these guys are up as far as IP addresses and interfaces. So really right now, the only thing they can do is ping the directly connected routes. So if we go in here and we do show IP route, you'll see he has connected, right? C is connected in the route table. So like router 3 can ping router 2 right now on this interface because it's directly connected across that same segment. Let's just demonstrate that. Ping 10.1.2.5. First one's eaten by ARC, but as you can see, successfully pinging there. But let's try to ping over to this subnet. You won't be able to because they're not sharing those routes. It's only directly connected, but let's go ahead and demonstrate that. Ping 10.1.2.2. It's a different /30. It's not being advertised because there's no dynamic routing right now. So as you can see, he can't ping it. Just take it a step further. We'll demonstrate PC1 cannot ping PC2 right now, but you know, let's just show it. There's PC1. We're gonna do a ping. Oops, sorry, ping 192.168.2.2. That's the PC2 over here. He won't be able to reach it. He has no idea how to get there. Okay, so here comes the beauty of EIGRP, and it really is this simple, guys. Again, you can get more complex with this just depending on the needs of your environment. You don't have to advertise all routes, but a lot of times, simply that's all you need to do. So let's jump out of here. We'll go into config mode, and the configuration commands for EIGRP, again, are really simple. So you're gonna type in a router, EIGRP, pick an autonomous system number. I'm just gonna go with 1 because we got nothing else going on this dude. And this is how you advertise the networks that you want to redistribute routes for, or how you advertise the routes. So if you want to just advertise everything, 0.0.0.0, 0.0.0.0, because we're dealing with wildcard mask and not subnet mask here. So if I do this, router 1 is now telling all of its neighbors, hey, this is what I've got, right? But until I do that on router 2, there's no adjacencies because no one else is running the EIGRP yet, but they will in a second. All right, here we go. On router 2, we're gonna do router, EIGRP 1, network 0.0.0.0, 0.0.0.0, twister. All right, guys, same thing on router 3. Oop, router, EIGRP 1, 0.0. Oops, sorry, network 0.0.0.0.0.0.0. Say that 5 times fast. All right, guys. So now we should have adjacency. Yep, right there. Boom, 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 boom. If I go over to router 1, show IP route, we should have some Ds. This is the table indicator for EIGRP routes, and we do. So he now knows all the way over here on router 3 subnet, router 1 is now learning about that network. So it's really that simple, guys. EIGRP, set it, forget it, we're routing. So let's do a little test here. We'll bring up PC1. And now we should be able to ping for PC2. We might lose the first packet for ARC, maybe not, but he'll be able to ping. Not even lose one. There we go. That's it, guys. That was EIGRP, and I don't know how long it took, a few minutes. But if you had these commands ready to go, and by the way, I'm going to supply you with these commands in the description, so you could literally copy and paste. It's that easy. You can set it up, and you'll be routing through your network. And what's awesome about using a dynamic routing protocol such as EIGRP, if you set it up the way I did, advertising, 0.0.0.0 with a 0.0.0.0 wildcard, if you ever add any subnets over here, let's say you add another VLAN or something, boom, 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 guess what? Dynamic routing protocol, ding, ding, ding. You're going to learn about that everywhere in your environment. Now, again, if you needed something different, there's easy ways to do that too. It's just a little more work with the specifying the specific segments or the VLANs or the subnets that you want to advertise. But it's not bad at all. You don't have to worry about the areas and things like that in OSPF. I like EIGRP a lot, if you couldn't tell. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. And by the way, if you guys are working in GNS3, I recommend taking the extra time when you're building a lab to set up the visualization, right? Because this helps you in multiple ways. One, it helps me to understand what's going on over here, because sometimes this stuff gets blended together. And if I have these boundaries, I know, okay, this is one segment over here. This is one segment here. This is one segment here. And then take the extra time as well to do your interface marking. So your IP addresses, your interface tags, things like that. Because again, when you're referencing commands and you're referencing configuration, it's all right there on the screen. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Please subscribe. And until the next one, take care, guys. I know, buddy. Oh, one more thing. If you want to see me break this down and build this out as far as in GNS3, I'll show you how to set up these boundaries and get all your tags so it's nice and pretty. And if even add a picture if you like it. Just let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to walk you through that in another lab. All right, guys. It's been a fun one. Till the next time, take care.